but in between, welcome to this live stream. It's a POV with the XH2S and the Fujinon 27mm. I am shooting on a Fujifilm simulation based on the Acros simulation. It's a Fujifilm Recipe based on the Acros simulation, and you can find that in the description of this video. It's free. In the description of the live, you can just take it, use it, send me your results with it, you know, do all that good stuff. And for today, I just wanted to, you know, show you a little bit around, take some photos. And if you have any questions regarding the XH2S, the new autofocus system, the 16-55 Mark II, the XM5, feel free to let me know and I'll try to answer everything. And that being said, let's switch into POV and go. There we go. Yay! Welcome to Brussels. Oh, we have one viewer. Hello, hello, hello. How's it going? How's life? Where are you from, by the way? Let's see. This is... Ooh. Okay, that was a random shot. Here somewhere is my barber. Oh, at the corner over there, there's my barber. Every now and again, I don't always come to this place. We may take a photo through the window from the other side of the street. Oh, I like this. I like this. Give me the vibes. Hey, from Canada. Nice. Hey, bro. How's it going? Where exactly in Canada? That was a nice one. Ah, I missed it. So I had that lady crossing the street with the two kids, and there was the perfect distance right here in between them. So that would have looked nice, but yeah. So, are you guys into photography? How did you end up on this stream randomly? Okay, one sec, let me avoid the parents with dogs and children and stuff. I'm looking for some compositions around here, but for the moment there's nothing really that inspires me, and there's not many people around. And as you can see here in Belgium, it's already dark by 4 p.m. By the way, what time is it in Canada? Oh. Librairie Flash. I like this. I think in black and white with the contrast and everything could look nice if I have a person just passing by right over there. So I'm thinking like here, right? So this would be the composition. I just need a person to pass by, and I think I have it. Yeah. There we go. A kid. It's okay. Ontario, Sudbury, Ontario, and you have an XT4 and XH2S is 10 a.m. Oh, 10 a.m. Good morning, good morning, good morning. And so you have XT4 and XH2S, just like me, my friend. Right now, I'm shooting on the XH2S, and the XT4, I use it every now and again as well. But lately I've been using a lot the XH2S and X106. Those are my two main cameras. And whenever I shoot like an interview, I have the XT4, which is like my second angle or my backup camera. Anyway, I shoot both. But if I shoot for myself on the streets or something like that, I will mainly use the XH2S. Oh, we have UK from. Okay, hello. And we have Anna. Hi, Anna. How are you? How's it going, guys? Okay, let's try and look for something around here. Somehow in black and white everything looks better. Let me show you. There you go. I don't know, there's something about it, just random shots. But there's, as you can see, there's much happening. So might be useful to go into another area. Let me put you back. It is quite empty, as you can see. Maybe one of these streets, one of these two. Yeah. Right. How long have you been shooting a Fujifilm? Right, let me look around, and my instinct tells me to go straight that way because there's trams coming. And then maybe we'll find a coffee shop or something to get a tea. You know what the thing is? Usually Brussels is not this empty. Tonight it's different. Huh. Not too many people around. But I got something maybe, right? Nope. So right now I think I might have a, like, you see, I'm going to try to take a reflection photo because there's a lot of these windows from the shops. And if I have a person coming from here, coming towards me, I just can do this, wait for it, take a reflection shot. Maybe it's gonna look good, maybe not, but it's a good exercise. Yeah. And I already have two subjects. Oh, no. Then I kind of felt awkward. It was a couple and they were like hugging and kissing and whatnot. And it kind of feels awkward when you're in that situation. Like if they don't notice you, fair enough. But when they do notice you, not worth it. Some of them might even say, hey, can I have that? It's so cool. Others can be like, what the fuck are you doing, you weirdo? Yeah, can go both ways. Oh, yeah. So, oh, look at this. I like this. I like this. I like this here. So you see the window is very, how do you say? There's a lot of whatever. You can see it, right? This is nice. I like it. Yep. I mean, I could have waited more for another person to pass by and do like a little longer, like a long exposure so that I get the blur, but I don't know. I feel like today I am in the hunting mood. Like just walk, and if I find something interesting, I'll take the photo as fast as I can, and then keep going, not stopping. Yeah, they may think that I'm strange, so that's why I sometimes avoid. It's important in street photography to be able to read the situation, you know. You just feel it with time. So you take photos, and with time you develop this sense of, how can I say, you just feel it when it's right or not to take the photo. And if it doesn't feel very right, then just don't, because you want to avoid ending up in situations that are uncomfortable for both of you and the subject. So, Liquid Vibes Music Blog says, been shooting Fuji for almost years. I love it. I mostly candid and musician photos. In Canada, it's easy to approach people for shots, I find, but this is a small town. People know me. Well, yeah. Yeah, it's when people know you, and it's like a small town. Yeah, they know what you're doing. They know what you're about. So I don't think they have many problems, many issues with you taking photos. 3 years, nice, nice. I've been shooting Fujifilm for 4 years, since 2020. That's when I switched from Nikon to Fujifilm. Is Fujifilm your only brand, or have you shot other things as well? Okay, so I think I got the reflection shot. Let's see. No, he was too fast. But you see what I mean? Kind of stop here, and you have some person walking by, kind of like that. I don't know. Yeah, you've never seen somebody do a live photo walk? Yeah, I'm trying to create a trend, man. I'm trying to make something different, something new. It's not easy because it's a lot of talking, maintaining the attention and stuff. And at the same time, I cannot really focus on the photos, but trying to do my best. And I hope you like it. I hope you find it at least a little bit entertaining. And if you check my other live streams, I've even done a portraiture session on the streets, like live, just asking random strangers to let me take their portraits. Yeah, it is different than what most people do, and there was a time in which there were those POV street photography videos, but then they're kind of edited. You know what I mean? You don't get a full experience, and sometimes the photographer will spend hours and hours and hours not taking a single shot. Here is the same, more or less, but at the same time I try to engage with you, and if I have a tip, I'll just give it. If you have any questions, you can ask, and I can show you directly what I think, raw, unfiltered, not edited. I like that light. Wait. I like that light over there. I know, with the umbrellas and stuff. So, but it still misses like a human element, like somebody just walking by. So let's see, nobody coming from behind, nobody from the front. But you know what I mean, like, yeah. I can take a photo of this. Does it look good? I don't know. So interesting switch from Nikon as well. Yeah, because Nikon back in 2020 and 2019 and stuff, it wasn't the best, but now they're getting back in the game. Their cameras nowadays look pretty sick and do really cool things I've seen. But yeah, Fujifilm is really nice to edit. It's just lately their cameras, especially the XH2S, have been suffering from a few things, namely autofocus. And in my case, I have this issue where when I turn on the camera, like now, it's on, but it takes some time for the camera to get back from the sleep mode. So yeah. And the simulation, yeah, I really like simulations. As I said in the description of this video, you can find the simulation I'm shooting on right now. It's based on the Acros simulation with the red filter, and I kind of like it. It's very punchy, very contrasty. What do you guys think about the Fujifilm autofocus issue lately? Do you find it an issue, or are you okay with the AF as it is, or as it was? Anyway, we're entering in an area that's more lively, so let's give it a try. Let's look for shots here. There's trams, there's windows, there's people walking around. Sometimes, just to test the autofocus, I will take random shots of strangers just passing by, just to see if they're in focus or not. Okay, I like this. I like this. I don't know why. It was a good vibe. Who's your favorite photographer? It doesn't have to be street photographer, like any photographer. Mine, it can even be like a YouTube photographer. Actually, you know what? Tell me your favorite YouTube photographer and your favorite like photographer in general. James Pops is nice. I also like him. I like him. He's one of those guys that have stayed kind of true to his style, and yeah, I like him as well. I also like Roman Fox. I think he's one of those guys who like just says whatever it's on his mind without giving a fuck. Fujifilm autofocus doesn't match their price point. Yes, it is very true indeed. Because the XH2S costs 2,000 euros, 2,200. Oh, sorry. And the AF is, yeah, is not the best. But with the latest firmware, I think they're back on track a little bit. Okay, let's get a... I kind of like it. That was a nice try. Yeah, so is he on YouTube? Yes, he is on YouTube. And he switched to Sony as through a single lenses. But he was a long time Fujifilm shooter. I can understand why he switched to Sony, and he also made like a video where he explains it. I also shoot Sony for specific events and specific things, and while I still prefer Fujifilm workflow and files, I don't really like. While I still prefer the Fujifilm workflow and files, what I mean is with Sony, there's something when you edit and when you shoot, the way it feels, the way camera feels, the way the files look. I mean, I think it's a matter of getting used to, but with Fujifilm, it's easier and faster. You know what I mean? You're not keen on Sonys anymore. How come? Do they feel too surgical, too perfect? Oops, I just missed a shot. God damn it. Okay. Random shot of a bike. Perfect. Why not? I think I can take a photo of a puddle. Let's try it. Yeah. I mean, it's kind of cliche, but whatever. So just trying new, like not new things. It's a kind of a cliche shot, taking a photo of the puddle with people passing by, but you know, it's after this I will be posting the photos in a post on YouTube and on my stories in Instagram, and you can take a look at them, see how they look, you know. Um, yeah. Yeah. Too clinical. Exactly. I said too surgical, but whatever. Not native speaker here. Shots look strange, not so natural. You mean Sony, right? And yeah, I agree. It's just with Sony, it feels like you're getting the shot, but it lacks something. I don't know what, but it just lacks something. Uh, so yeah, but I do shoot on a Sony A7 IV, and I must say that autofocus it's just better overall. It does miss shots. Don't get me wrong. It misses shots every now and again. It's not, no autofocus is perfect, and the camera cannot know at all times what you would like to focus on. It's not like it's reading your mind. So it's a lot of how can I say this? It's a lot of learning how to use the camera and knowing which modes to use each time. And I've heard also from Canon users that sometimes you actually need to learn certain autofocus modes for certain situations. It's not always perfect, like you just put one and it just goes. It's definitely better than Fujifilm, but not always perfect. I'm into photography, and this just got recommended while scrolling through shorts. Oh, that's really good. I mean, YouTube has been pushing a lot live streams, vertical live streams in shorts. So that's why I keep doing them. Because I've done a few in the past horizontal, but it's not necessarily more difficult to set it up. I just turn the phone. Yeah. Let's try it this way. Okay. This tree looks a little sad, right? I mean, it's not like the most beautiful tree I've ever seen, but yeah. So what kind of photography are you into? Or sun? More like street, more like still life, more like portraiture? What's your thing? Nikon cameras are easy to use with great results. Um, so I do agree that they're easy to use, but I haven't used a Nikon mirrorless camera. The last Nikon camera I've used was a Nikon D7200, and I took a couple of shots with the Nikon D810 recently, but nothing. Okay, photos of everything. Nice. Okay, that's cool. You're still experimenting, I guess. Still trying things out, which is really, really good. Yeah, I would like to try one. I didn't have the chance to so far. I mean, I don't doubt it. You know what? I think most camera nowadays are pretty good, generally speaking. Most of them will give you the results. Even Fujifilm, it's like you will get a result. Some will perform better than others, but yeah, most of the times you'll get the results. Although with Nikon, it's full frame, and you get a different look, different style, and that's wait, sorry, I'm crossing the street. I need to get on the boardwalk. Yeah, So you're saying Fujifilm is Nikon is full frame, so you get like a different look, but Fujifilm is unique, generally speaking, in terms of colors and color science. And people focus a lot on this sometimes, and sometimes it's a good result, sometimes it's a bad result. Generally speaking, if a photo is good, it doesn't matter which camera you took it. If you're in the moment and you took that photo, it will impress people no matter the camera. But we like focusing on this kind of stuff, us photographers, aren't we? Oh, not so much stuff happening on the streets tonight. Maybe I will try a couple of panning shots with bikes. Oh, okay, I like this. I just need that dude to put the beer out one more time. And that would be... So there is a guy over there, and he had like a beer in his hand. And it's another one of those, let's say, shots. Yeah, there you go. There you go. That's what I wanted, but maybe more. A little bit more would have been better. You know, I haven't been around this area too much. It's cute, I would say. But anyway, regarding the shot I took, if the guy had his can of beer more forwards, more outwards, I think it would have looked better. But honestly, I am here just to have a little fun, to take some photos, not to create masterpieces right now. If it happens, it happens. Yeah. Okay, I think we're getting out of the area that's like where people are, so I might be going back. And do you have this issue with Fujifilm? I think I already talked about it. But for example, I'll show you. If I turn on, so now the camera is on, right? But it's in sleep mode, and sometimes, see, I mean now it did it faster, but sometimes it takes a while for the camera to turn on. You press this button, and I don't know how to solve it, because I mean there are solutions apparently. I've asked the Fujifilm ambassador when I went to a Fuji Touch and Try event, and he told me like, yeah, you just turn off the camera, don't let it ever go into sleep mode, just turn it off, it will save battery and it's much faster. So do you also have this problem? I think it's only on XH2S, no other camera does that really. And I think we're going back because it's dead end here. Look, nothing at all. Yeah, let's go. I think we're gonna go back. So let me know if you also have an XH2S and have that issue. Let's see if it does it. See, no. Earlier it did it. I will let it go to sleep again and show you. In the meantime, okay, so Liquid Vibe says, for autofocus settings, Camera Conspiracies has a recent video called I Fixed Fujifilm Autofocus without the firmware. Yes, fair, but it's also true that he uses old lenses. I mean, Fujifilm has this thing where each lens has like the best AF settings to use with, and I find it annoying But yeah, I mean, fair enough. If you put the correct settings in the camera, it will work, but you have to use that camera with that lens in a specific scenario. It doesn't just work with everything. You know what I mean? That's the issue that most users have, and that's what people say, oh, Sony is better because you just turn on the fucking camera and then it gets you 95% of the time, it gets you the, the shot, you know? Salut, este sens de trecut pe XH2, 23 mm, 1.8 sau pe un XH2, doar pentru călătorii și poze familiare. Okay, so I'll reply in English for everybody to understand. So Barcelona here is asking if it's worth switching, if it's worth getting an XH2 with 23 millimeters or a Fujifilm X106. Now, the thing is, they're like two very different cameras, and with the budget is quite different actually, because the X106 you can find a used one or like one of those copies that are in the shops that have been used. That's like 1,500, 1,600. That's how much I paid mine. But if you get an XH2 with the 23 millimeters, you're looking at around, I don't know, 2,800, something like that, 2,700. New. Used, maybe you can get it for 2K, I don't know. But I would say if you don't want to carry like a big lens, like an Go X106, it's very compact, but you have limitations in terms of like that's the only focal length you will ever use, basically 23, which is 35. If you're okay with that, fair enough. It's very small, compact, and you can fit it anywhere, and it doesn't really, you know, doesn't really takes in a lot of space. You can put it in a pocket or in the pouch like this one. So you see I have this one right here, and the X106 fits perfectly in. Also, I must say the XH2S, this right here, fits here with the pancake lens, with this pancake lens, the 27 millimeters. So you might want to go 27 millimeters at this point, which is pretty good and interesting. So it comes down to each lens. Yes, it comes down with each lens, to each lens, the settings. It's not because, for example, I did a test. If you go on the channel, you'll find the test with the 18-55 on the X-T3 and the 16-55 on the X-T4 and the 35 millimeters f2 on the X-T3. So it depends on the lens and camera, which it's like, yeah, it's weird, but that's kind of it. Anyway, guys, I think that's where I'm gonna end this live, because I've been walking around for half an hour, not finding too many shots. I really enjoyed talking with you and replying to your questions. So if you want to see more of this, you know, stick around, subscribe, do all those things. I will post the photos on Instagram stories and in a YouTube post. And don't forget that the Fujifilm Recipe I'm using, it's in the description of this live stream. And see you next time. Thanks so much for watching. Have a lovely day or evening, morning, whatever it is.